to another Achieving Science video. This video is going to cover the kidney. Water is very important for life. It is essential. It helps to regulate temperature and it also maintains bodily functions. We lose water and we gain water in different ways. First of all, we lose water via breathing, sweating and digestion. Our bodies gain water via drinking and eating food. Our kidneys then are responsible for making urine. But how do they work? Well, the first step is they filter. They filter the blood as it passes through the kidneys. Secondly, they then are able to selectively reabsorb. This is useful because it is the means by which we are able to reabsorb useful substances like glucose, ions and water back into the blood. The amount that is absorbed is dependent upon the need. Finally, urine is produced. The body removes the unwanted substances in urine. This includes substances like urea, unwanted ions, and any excess water. So how does the concentration of urine vary? Well, it varies according to the temperature outside. On a hot day, our bodies will sweat more in order to keep us cool, and therefore we require more water. This will make the urine more concentrated and therefore appear darker. On a cold day, we sweat less, so require less water. Our urine becomes less concentrated, i.e. more dilute, and therefore appears lighter in colour. How is the iron content adjusted then? Well, sodium ions are very important in our bodies. We take these ions in on our food and we lose them via our sweat. Once inside our body, they are absorbed and transported around the body by the blood. But why are they so important? Well, if our bodies have too much or too little, it means the balance of ions and water is upset, and this can damage our cells. This is because it can cause too much or too little water being moved in or out of the cells via the process of osmosis. So how are the ions controlled? Our kidneys are able to maintain the right balance by reabsorbing the correct amount after the blood has been filtered via selective reabsorption. Excess ions that we do not need are therefore then removed via our urine. One of the other waste products is urea. This is formed in the liver. First of all, a process called deamination, where proteins are broken down into amino acids. And then via this process, any excess amino acids are then converted to fats and carbohydrates for storage. This process produces waste products. The waste product being ammonia, which is toxic, and therefore this needs to be converted to urea before being transported to the kidneys where it is removed in our urine. So how do the kidneys reabsorb water? The kidneys are able to adjust the tubules in order to adjust the amount of water that re-enters and is reabsorbed. They do this using a special hormone. The hormone is called ADH, Anti-diuretic hormone. This is produced by the pituitary gland. ADH causes the kidney tubules to become more or less permeable to water. Let's have a look at this in a bit more detail. This is a process of negative feedback, where our kidneys want to maintain a normal level, so an example of homeostasis. Our bodies are able to respond to both a rise and fall. Therefore, an increase is first of all detected via our brains. A response is then initiated, where the pituitary gland will produce less ADH, and this will cause our tubules to become less permeable, and so less water is reabsorbed. If the level drops, first of all it is detected, and then a response is initiated. The response being that the pituitary gland produces ADH, which causes more water to be reabsorbed.